It was May 1969, 40 years ago, when Rochdale enjoyed the one and only promotion in their history. And they spent all but 5 seasons in the bottom tier. For this proud club, so rarely in the limelight, there is the chance for legends to be made in this playoff campaign. It's towards Thorpe, who wins the first battle with Simon King, and an early feel of the ball for the vastly experienced Simon Royce. Oh, well, a couple of air shots in there, and it struck Thorpe's arm. Oh, he's not given it, but suddenly the flag is up, and Buckley's celebrations are cut swiftly short.
My first thought it was a long way offside. Thorpe gets away with a handball as well. I think he does get away with a handball. You can see as he tries to control it here, flicks up on his hand, there it goes there, gets away with that, but he doesn't get away with this, and you can see he's offside. Good decision from the linesman.
This is Lewis, decent delivery. Oh, and Bartram's in there, and finally Fielding got it away, and then able to claim the follow-up.
That's a good save, isn't it, low down? I don't think he connects properly, Bartram, on the far post, but you can see Lewis gets the cross in. Lovely ball in between the back four and the keeper. A half sort of shot. That's a good save, because you're expecting a good connection, and it's not the best. That's a good save by Fielding. Look at that. It's kind of a deflected shot, really. He does well to wait till the last moment to go down. Well played, keeper.
It was almost deflected onto Bartram, wasn't it? And, well, his reactions were sharp from the England under-21 keeper. Here's Buckley. Trying to force his way through, but Simon Royce swiftly out. So they're baying for blood, the Rochdale support. Well, the half-time whistle blows, and just before the interval, a great opportunity for Gillingham and Frank Fielding thwarting Andy Bartram. Well, Gillingham surely much the happier side at the end of that first 45, and indeed with the closest moment we've seen to an opening goal in this tense and tight playoff tie. But it's Rochdale on home turf. We need to up the ante somewhat in this second period, Tony.
Yeah, I think so. I think they need to put a little bit of pressure on the Gills, don't they? And keep it down in the Gillingham last third for a fair bit and see if those mistakes can happen. But
well, swiftly on with it here. Into Thorpe. Break kindly for him. A break for Gary Jones, who lets fly. And Royce finally forced into urgent action.
Well, 2 bits of good play by Gary Jones. Quick free kick down the far side, and he gets cleared, and it eventually comes back to him. And this is worth a pop from here, but that's good hands from Royce. Comfortable save, really, but still good hands.
McCardle. Here's Weston again. He's got nowhere to go at the moment except backwards. Gary Jones applying the pressure. He's managed to keep it going here, Curtis Weston, but then finally it gets away from him for good. That's one back by Stuart Lewis! Real venom behind that one.
That was a good save as well, wasn't it? By Fielding. Lewis nicks it off Gary Jones, reads his touch, look, nicks it off his first touch, gets his shot away quickly. That's a good save to his left. Good save by the keeper. Let's have a look, see how good it was from behind the goal. There it is, curling away. That's a good save. Cracking save.
Just behind him. Lewis uses Jarrett. Below sea level there from Stanton. This is Rundle. Up to Dagnall. First chance for him to influence things. It was a considerable influence. This is Thompson. Dagnall moves again. Dagnall! Thwarted by Royce.
Much better play from Rochdale between the two substitutes, Thompson and Dagnall. Dagnall first to Thompson, he makes the run, comes across full. That's a good little run in behind, and that's a very, very good save by Royce. Low down on the near post. OK, one he ought to make, but that's a good save.
Halfway through the tie, deadlocked. Where does the advantage lie now?
I don't think there is one. You know, it's there's no away goals count. There's no advantage to anyone. You know, it's just one game. It's not been completed, is it, half time? And we're more than happy we've kept a clean sheet. It was a very cagey affair. I thought it was a good spectacle. And, you know, we've kept a clean sheet, and it's really important keeping a clean sheet going into the second game. The pressure's probably on the home side now.
There's no pressure, you know, you just go out and play. Go and play and try and enjoy yourself as much as you can, because waiting is a big day. But we're just going to try and go about it as professional as we can, and we're going to try and win the game. We come here tonight to try and win it in a certain way. It didn't work out, but we got a good draw. But we know it's going to be tight, and we'll wait and see.
Having endured a 6-hour journey north, it wasn't just the local police forces that were peckish. The Gills supporters wanted something to get their teeth into too. And despite the lack of goals, the action on the pitch was also pretty satisfying, with Andy Barcham coming close to giving the Gills the lead moments before half-time. Clear-cut chances for either side were rare, but for a few seconds at least, Gills midfielder Stuart Lewis thought he had put the Gills ahead with what would have been his very first goal for the club.
I've had 2 efforts the last couple of games, and against Bury at the post, and I was off running, and I think I was off tonight. But no, it set up nice for me, but a bit disappointing it didn't go in, but that happens. Hopefully there'll come some goals.
Rochdale are a decent side and will feel they did enough last night to have taken the lead, but it's the Gills who will go into the second leg as favourites.
You get a lot of satisfaction because you've kept the second leg alive, and that's what we wanted to do. We didn't want to go home with a 2 or 3-0 defeat and have 8,000 or 9,000 people turn up for no reason. Now they've got to turn up and get behind the players and go for it like we will be.
Very happy, 0-0 draw. I think we're beaten, but quite comfortably back at Priestfield. Wembley, here we come.
Home game on Sunday, nice win, and here we go.
There were plenty of happy faces after the game, but there will be absolute euphoria if the Gills get through to another Wembley final on Sunday. Can't wait.
Well, forget the first leg. It is now effectively a one-off knockout tie. Gillingham with home advantage, having won every single playoff match they played at Priestfield. Rochdale have only won twice on this ground in the 94 years of the fixture. And it is a terrific atmosphere, nigh on a packed house here at Priestfield. And with home advantage, and given what they showed in the first leg, Tony Gale, I think we're making Gillingham slight favourites, aren't we?
Yes.
And a promising youngster emerging.
The referee gets it right, doesn't he? The linesman was only a foot away, so I think he was entitled to.
Well, between them, Thompson and Dagnall added a bit of zest to Rochdale's play. Now here's Ollie trying to do that for Gillingham. Barcher. It might fall for Jackson! Well, that's the mark of the man. His 19th goal of the season, and the most important yet for Gillingham. They lead in the playoff semi-final.
Well, it's the first time they've been up the other end, but Barcham was excellent in the first game without ever delivering the final ball. This time he does. Ollie puts him in. You can see he gets to the dead ball line, pulls it back, and Jackson gets across his marker. And he's still got a bit to do there. That's a good finish. Here we go, Ollie slipping him in down the line here. Barcham gets to the dead ball line. Great position to get in. Gets across his marker. That's a good finish. And just be a little bit disappointed, defender and keeper, that they didn't get there, though. You should be half a yard as a defender in front of the striker. They're just looking for the handball there. Probably was handball, but it was a harsh.
Nicked off the head of McCardle. Safely through. Down the throat of Simon King, it's Thorpe who wins it. Thompson, it might fall kindly for him. It's It's Dagnall. Shooting chance. Rochdale on terms. It's Chris Dagnall who finds the net and gets Keith Hill's team right back into it.
Well, and doesn't he take it well, Dan? He has that little bit of composure, and that's the difference in that last third. We haven't seen a lot of it in the two games. Thompson does well this time, comes in off the line. Fuller comes round on the cover, just slams the clearance against him, bounces down nicely, but he comes inside Nutter with that lovely little bit of composure. Look, shapes the shoot, cuts inside, and it's a cracking finish. 1-1. And that's about right on the game so far. A little bit fortunate the bounce down there, but that little bit of composure makes it. That's a good finish from Dagnall. And look at that. He's beat Nutter, and there's another Nutter on the line. Look at him, look, Keith. Loves it.
Ollie's flick. And Jackson there. Back safely by Gary Richards. Simon Royce, plenty of Premier League experience under his belt. Charlton and Leicester days. Also had a spell at Manchester City, actually, where he didn't play a game. Here's Wright. John Nutter again. Into Dennis Ollie. Up against Stanton. Into Bartcham. Oh, lovely layoff. Nutter is in here. Down he goes. It is a penalty.
Well, he thought about it. The referee had a long think about it. McArdle looked guilty. The referee had a long think. Am I or am I not going to give it? As he burst into the area. It's a great third man run there. Pop. He's on his way. Nutter's on his way. Gets there first. McArdle comes over. He catches him, I'm afraid. He catches him. As soon as he gets there first, you can see he's trying to jump out the way, but I think he catches him. And the referee is just waiting and waiting and waiting, gives himself a little bit of thinking time, and then goes penalty. As soon as he gets in that area at top speed and he misses the ball, Dan, oh, very difficult.
No rush to judgment from the referee. Yellow card. And, well, Simeon Jackson not giving anybody else a look in here. Picture of concentration. Never a doubt. Simeon Jackson restores Gillingham's lead. And they're just over half an hour away from Wembley.
Well, he looked like he was going into a trance, didn't he? Waiting to take it. That's what you call concentration and focus. Never really looked in doubt. Nice bit of power in it as well. Nice little whip on it. Look at that. Whips it into the back of the net. 2-1 up. I think that was their best bit of football the afternoon, Gillingham. That's what they've been looking for within the system. Runners getting beyond the striker, and then you get in that area, and then the penalty comes, and it's converted brilliantly.
Oh, Nutter could go anywhere. Fuller safely back.
Oh, big slice in the air. Heavy topspin on the header back to the keeper. The keeper slips. Whoa, the old drama of the playoffs, Dan.
Well, there was an element of heart in mouth about that. But here's Ollie. Down he goes under the challenge from Kennedy, who got a stern lecture a moment ago. Now he'll get a card.
Well, that's good refereeing. He's just said, I've let you off once over there. You've done it again, so I'm going to give you a yellow card. Good refereeing in my eyes. And Ollie and Bartcham just coming in off the flanks now, and the more movement they're doing, the more movement gives Rochdale problems, and it did for the goal as well. Hard to deal with the three up front when the movement comes across all the time. Easier to mark when they stay wide.
Nutter's ball in. Well, Gary Richards went for it, and was a whisker away from sealing it once and for all, perhaps.
And it was nearly all over. Lovely whip on the cross from Nutter. Gets his head there. Richardson comes off the top of the bar and over. And watch all the fans behind the goal jump up as it hits it.
Oh, and the keeper's up. With the other keeper, Simon Royce, holding on to that emphatically.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's the spare man at the back. He's floated around the back, look. Come round the back unmarked. Where was you? You've got to get in amongst those keepers. You've got to give the keeper a dig. Just sat off a bit there, a little bit fielding.
Simeon Jackson in an offside position. So it's going to come straight back. And it looks like the camera might come on to give them a bit more of a presence for it to stick up there in what remains of this exciting, rumbustious battle. It's John Shaw. Might sit for Lafondra. Bentley made sure it didn't. Here's Weston. Up to Jackson. Lewis and Jackson. Stanton's winning the race.
Oh, Weston was through. If Jackson misses that, Weston's through on goal.
Well, these are agonising moments for just about everybody inside Priestfield. And that one's safely behind.
Well, 92 and 30 gone. A substitution to come. Taking their time with the goal kick. I'm sure the keeper, Simon Royce.
Well, a chance for Simeon Jackson to soak up a huge ovation here at Priestfield, because it's his 2 goals that have put Gillingham in sight of the playoff final.
That was great. Did you see that, Dan? It was Stanton went up to him. They've had a great physical battle over the 2 legs, shook his hand and said, well done. I think that's just typified the 2 legs between the 2 sides. Super competitive, very honest.
Yeah, great spirit this contest has been played in. Oh, well, it is an emotional business, and that's what his contribution has meant to Gillingham tonight. Oh, and Bentley's in a bit of trouble. It's Lafondra. Here's Buckley. Can he get a shot away? Well, Dagnall was following up. He couldn't quite get there in the end. And maybe that's last chance.
He struck it too well for anyone to get on the end of it on the far side. Just has a little bit of a snatch of it. Never really looks like hitting the target, but the boys running in on the far side are hoping for them to miss it, because they can run it in. Pops up on the volley, and he slices it wide. And look at that for Priestfield. Oh.
Well, that may be the moment when the dream dies, but who knows? It's John Shaw who's in there. Where will it drop? One glance at the watch from the referee. This is McCammon. Well, he's not going to be in a hurry to go anywhere else.
Well, this is just a little bit of time for the substitution, I think, that was done in time added on.
Gillingham are on the Wembley way. Mark Stimson has guided his side to the playoff final after a terrific contest here tonight. They went in front somewhat against the run of play. Rochdale fought back and fought all the way through, but they conceded a penalty in the second half, which Simeon Jackson dispatched, and it is Bedlam at Priestfield now. Well, they've got a chance of bouncing back at the first time of asking, having suffered the pain of relegation last season. The agony then, but the ecstasy of promotion through the playoffs. A real possibility now as they face Shrewsbury Town in 13 days' time. Well, Mark Stimson, his first full season in charge, and it could be a hugely memorable one. Well, wonderful scenes. And, well, both teams emerged with terrific credit from the night. It was a scrap right to the finish. Rochdale coming close to snatching an equaliser which would have silenced this crowd just before the end. But raucous scenes of celebration. And, well, Gillingham on their way to the League Two playoff final. They always make the final when they go through this end-of-season drama. They are on their way. Let's get the
One man, the star of this show, Simeon Jackson, got the first 4 Gills, got them up and running. Rochdale equalised it before he managed that penalty. And we can get reaction now. Simeon Jackson and Annie Bartsham, both with Johnny Phillips.
Simeon, your goals have taken Gillingham to Wembley. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it's a good feeling, great feeling, you know, but as a team we've done very well today. You know, we've done well up there as well, and it's just good to get the win and get to Wembley.
Personally, does it mean extra because it's your goals that have got them there?
I mean, you know, everyone's been scoring goals this season. It's just good to do it, you know, here at home. But as I said, you know, great team performance in the end, and, you know, just buzzing to get through.
Andy, if we can bring you in, what sort of day is this for the town of Gillingham and the club?
I think you can see by the reaction of the fans, it's a massive day. You know, it's a massive day for everyone involved with the club, but to get to Wembley is fantastic.
How hard were you made to work by Rochdale?
I think we started well and we got the goal we wanted, but obviously, yeah, they pulled one back. But I think that's credit to the team because we didn't panic and we got another one and took the lead, and then we've seen it out at the end.
You've seen the scenes at the end there, the scenes in the dressing room. What sort of togetherness do you have?
Well, there's a brilliant togetherness with the team. I mean, hasn't always been there at the start of the season, but it's there more than ever now, and I think we're doing it when it counts. So, yeah, credit to the team.
And Simeon, what was it that the manager said to you when he brought you off just at the end there?
Oh, you know, just personal thing between me. You know, he's backed me all the way since I've come here. And, you know, it's just good to pay him back and pay the club back. And, you know, everyone's just delighted.
How much are you looking forward to Wembley? Family day out, is it going to be?
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, looking towards the day out.
Can you also tell us how big a crowd can play in this, going to Wembley? How important can it be to take a big crowd there?
It'll be very important, but, you know, as you can see here, you know, we've got the support, and they'll be with us. You know, they'll come up in the thousands and be there supporting us.
And the front three that you have that seem to have done so well today, how much of a threat will they be?
Yeah, I think we'll hopefully a massive threat again, but, you know, it's all about the team. I think, as you see today, we've all pulled together, even when we went behind, and it's just a great feeling to get to Wembley, and hopefully we can do it there and get promotion.
And it's Shrewsbury in the final. What do you make of that?
Well, we've played them before, obviously, and there've been a few different results against them, but hopefully, like I say, if we play to our strengths, there's no reason why we can't get a result against them.
Best of luck. Thanks very much, fellas.
Thank you.
And young Miss Jackson as well. I think she thought it was a lollipop at one stage. Obviously delight for those two, and I'm sure they will enjoy the big open spaces of Wembley. Terrific performance from them, wasn't it?
Paul, how happy a man are you tonight?
Well, I've just ruined the suit, so good job I didn't buy it. It was on sale or return. There's a lot of fines going on over here.
Well, if it wasn't ruined before, it's ruined now.
As you can see, they're a very together bunch of boys, but, I mean, how could I not be proud of that tonight? I mean, these guys worked very hard up at Rochdale. I thought we were, unfortunately, only to come away with a draw. and today was a fantastic performance. I mean, they worked hard. I mean, when they went to 1-1, it was difficult. A lot of teams would drop their heads. But to be fair, they've been playing some good football all season, I think, you know. And I'm very wet, actually, at the moment, I've got to say. They've been playing some great football all season, and it was disappointing not to go up automatically. But, you know, to go to Wembley, it's just a fantastic treat again. And to go back to the new Wembley, it's just unbelievable, especially after sort of the difficult start we had to the season.
What sort of job has the manager, Mark Stimson, done?
Well, after not being able to control his players, he might have a job. No, he's done a great job. He took a bit of stick when he came there, to be fair, and it was a little bit unjust from a few sections of the crowd because he brought in conference players, he brought in players who perhaps needed a while to settle in at this level. But he's always believed in himself and believed in the way he works, and I've always believed in him because I think the way I saw him a lot before he came to this club, and I know the sort of football he plays. Played some lovely stuff at Stevenage. I saw him quite a few times before we offered him the job here, and he's just a lovely guy to work with. You know, there's no angles to him. He is what he is, and I'm very proud to be his chairman, and I'm very pleased he's at this football club.
Enjoy your day out at Wembley.
Thank you very much.
Gillingham are going to Wembley again. They waited 106 years to reach their first final at the National Stadium. Now they'll play there for the third time in a decade, having won a tense battle against Rochdale at the Priestfield last night. After a lot of celebrating on the pitch and long into the night elsewhere, resulting in a few sore heads today, no doubt, preparations begin tomorrow for their playoff final for a place back in League One.
Yes, sirrah, sirrah, wherever we'll be, we're going to Wembley. Yes, sirrah, sirrah, yes, sirrah, sirrah.
Outside the ground, inside the ground, And in the dressing room, fans, players and officials were ecstatic.
It's a special moment. I'm never going to forget it. The atmosphere tonight, they're brilliant again, and all the players absolutely loving it. We're counting down the days already to Wembley.
Fantastic, wonderful, wonderful. Just like watching Man United. Yeah, it's excellent. Really enjoyed it. Hard work, but we got there in the end.
Good for the club, and I think we'll win at Wembley.
I won't be able to sleep now for 2 weeks. It's just going to be so exciting. I'm just so happy, you know.
Even being drenched in beer and champagne couldn't wipe the smile from his face. Many football club chairmen have never been to Wembley. Paul Scally's preparing for his 3rd trip in 10 years.
After 95 enthralling if tense minutes, the Gillingham supporters' joyous relief at the final whistle was understandable. Hundreds of fans spilled onto the pitch to join in the party and celebrate what could be the Gills' first promotion for almost 10 years.
Absolutely fantastic! We're going to Wembley!
Absolutely brilliant, just what we needed.
Unbelievable! We're going to Wembley again!
And hopefully going up.
On the pitch, there wasn't much between the teams, and with the score level at 1-1, a clumsy foul gave Gills' top scorer, Simeon Jackson, the chance to score his 20th and most important goal of the season.
Never a doubt, Simeon Jackson.
The final at Wembley may still be almost 2 weeks away, but it could provide the Gills with the perfect end to their longest ever season.
It's going to be a special occasion, and everyone associated with Gillingham football, enjoy the day, enjoy as much as the players will. Look forward to it.
10 years ago, Gillingham reached the playoff finals in successive seasons, but this will be their first trip to the new Wembley.
To be fair, they're all going to love it because it is a special stadium. I've been privileged to go there and be a winning manager there, and I've just tried to tell the boys there it's a fantastic stadium.
After a few disappointing seasons, the Gills players and supporters now have something very special to look forward to. The celebrations last night will look tame if they get to Wembley and win there too.
Stadium will turn blue as 40,000 football fans from the Medway towns descend on the stadium. Gillingham are battling for promotion in the League Two playoff final. It'll be the biggest game of the Gills players' careers, and of course a fantastic day out for all the fans. Jeff's live at Wembley there. It's going to be a very quiet scene as it there at the moment, but I guess come 3 o'clock tomorrow it's going to be a lot different, Jeff.
Oh, you bet your boots, Beverly. Good evening to you. It'll be very, very noisy tomorrow. As you can see, I'm sitting down here in what is jokingly called the dugout. This will be one of the tensest places on the planet tomorrow. Now, I shall be very lucky. I'm going to be a couple of levels up in the Royal Box, relaxing as long as Gills are winning. But down here, Mark Stimpson and his coaching team, no nails left. It will be horrendous until Gillingham win. Now, the team, the coaching staff, the fans, just about everybody is preparing for a big day out, a big fun day out. No one preparing with more excitement than a special 9-year-old girl from Kent.
There will be almost 40,000 Gillingham supporters at Wembley for tomorrow's game, but only one will get the chance to lead the players out onto the pitch. For 9-year-old Elysia Anderson and her family, tomorrow will be a very memorable day.
You have a tour of Wembley.
With Danny.
With Danny. All the places that other people can't access. Get to go into the changing rooms. The tunnel that they walk out onto the pitch thingy. I don't know where I should be going, but that's going to be...
Going up to the thing where they announce the scores.
Ah. When she walks out and hears just the sound that all those fans are going to make, or the people there, I think it's going to shock her, actually. So it'd be great, but quite daunting.
Ironing the players' shirts may not be everyone's idea of fun, but there will be no one prouder than Gills kitman Malcolm Steadman when the players emerge from the Wembley tunnel.
It's a great day for me. I've never been to the new Wembley. I've never been inside the dressing rooms or in the inside facilities of Wembley, so this is great for me, absolutely fantastic, and I will enjoy it.
Few, if any, Gillingham supporters could claim to be as loyal as Pam Tyler. She's been following the club for more than 60 years. She will, of course, be there tomorrow, and for her, the previous playoff trips to Wembley were very special.
It was just absolutely brilliant. The atmosphere, the people themselves getting on the coaches and sitting on the coach going up to London, walking up Wembley Way, going to see the players in the tunnel when they go in the tunnel. It was just brilliant. The atmosphere, I mean, it was terrific. because I still think that Gillingham supporters are the best.
The fans will never forget tomorrow's game, but the memories will be so much sweeter if the Gills win. Neil Bell, BBC South East Today.
I've got to be honest, I am so excited about tomorrow's game. I can't wait. Preparations here are superb. Just take a look at this. These are the red carpets ready for the real people to tread on tomorrow. We're not allowed to touch it. Now, that's it for now, Bev, but we'll be back with more live from Wembley Stadium, where I'll be talking to Mark Stimpson, the Gills boss. He's something of a Wembley specialist.
When two towns go head-to-head in a one-off game like this, it's about more than the outcome of the match. It's about civic pride. Your lot v our lot.
So then, let's measure them up head-to-head. Gillingham v Shrewsbury.
So this is the ProStar Stadium where the Shrews ply their trade. It's virtually brand new, opened in 2007, and has a capacity just a shade under 10,000. And this is the Priestfield Stadium where the Gills go about their business. And with a capacity of 11,500, it's just that little bit bigger. And the sun shines here.
But what are the towns themselves? What do people think is the most interesting thing about Shrewsbury?
Charles Darwin.
Charles Darwin. Darwin? Any birthdays for Charles Darwin? That's mainly our claim to fame.
Yes, it would seem they're rather proud of Charles Darwin round here because he was born in the town. Of course, he did spend most of his life in Kent.
They also boast Clive of India, Michael Palin and Carol Decker of Tapau. Gillingham's alumni, meanwhile, include Japanese adventurer Will Adams, David Frost, Brian Moore and Rick Waller. You do have to have some sympathy for the Salopians, as they're known. They're not even sure how best to pronounce their town's name or who the opposition are.
Shrewsbury and Gillingham.
Was it Luke still there?
Shrewsbury and Gillingham. Shrewsbury and Gillingham. Just as a clue, Gillingham is in Dorset. OK, so Gillingham may not be as quaint and medieval as Shrewsbury, but the vital factor that could help out when Saturday comes lies in the club's mottos. Gillingham's means the home of the shouting men, whereas Floreat Salopia roughly translates as blooming Shrewsbury. 1-0 to the Gills, I think. Rob Smith, BBC South East Today.
Very much indeed. Time to say goodbye from Wembley. Have a look up there. Good luck to the team on the right. More good luck to the team on the left. Let's forget this neutrality nonsense. Come on, the Gills. And I'm not the only one saying it.
Gills! Going to see him tomorrow, aren't we?
Wembley!
Going to Wembley, that's it.
I've got the tickets. Good luck, Gillingham.
Everybody's dreaming it. I know it's going to be a tremendous feeling.
Just can't wait now. It's going to be a fantastic day. It is absolutely what you wake up every morning for if you're a football manager or you're a football player.
It's not every day as a footballer you get to play at one of the best stadiums in the world.
It's something you dream about when you're a little boy, and to actually fulfil it is it's quite overwhelming.
Can't wait for Saturday. I'm sure I'm speaking for everybody as well, not just the players but all the fans.
The children are very, very keen supporters. You know, a number of them have got tickets, luckily enough, to go up in there, and I think they're going to have a great time. There's a great buzz in the school. There's a great buzz around the town.
What's the score going to be, do you think?
3-0. Probably 3-2 to Gillingham. 3-1 to Gills.
Gillingham won promotion into the old Division 1 the last time they played at Wembley in 2000. Something Mike Jones was determined never to forget.
It was such a landmark event that I wanted to commemorate it. At the time I had some money, so
I bought my number plate, Division 1 for Gillingham Football Club.
It'll be League One for Gills if they win tomorrow, and another parade around the town to celebrate, although there are no definite plans yet, as the club chairman and council leader say they're too superstitious to think about it.
Into the box it goes again. Dennis Ollie, the target. Coughlin with the header. That's come to Josh Wright. Great save by Luke Daniels. Well, he was the hero of the playoff semi-final against Bury with that penalty shootout. Looks an even better save from this angle. He must have seen that very late. Nutter and Wright standing over this. And they've taken it quickly to Bartram, who's in a lot of space there. He's turned away from Murray. Andy Bartram. Another good save by Daniels, who wants better from his defenders. Andy Bartram had too much space there and turned away from Paul Murray. Daniels kept him out. Mark Stimson will know that his team have got to make one of these chances count. It's come to Davis! Royce hangs on to it. That's Shrewsbury's best chance of the game, though. From the free kick. I think it was Simon King's header into Davis's path. Bartram. Looking for support. Finds it with Weston. Plays the 1-2 to Bartram again. Darren Moss doing the defending, and that's gone out for a corner. We're in the last minute or thereabouts, and the defender thought that that came off Bartram last, and he may have a case looking at that. Right with the corner, here's Jackson! It's gone in, has it? Daniels pushes it away, but the Gillingham players are celebrating. Simeon Jackson, their leading scorer, has surely struck the goal to take them back to League One. It's head in hands for Shrewsbury. Neil Ashton can't keep it out. It's clearly crossed the line. And Simeon Jackson has surely won the playoff final for Gillingham. And those fans can start planning their trips to Southampton and to Norwich and to Leeds for next season.
I had great belief in my players, and today and tonight, all the people at Gillingham, be proud of their football team, be proud of their football players, and Chairman, that's for you.
Gillingham supporters will get the chance to salute their team tomorrow as the football club holds a victory parade to celebrate their return to League One. It follows their last-minute success in the League Two playoffs at Wembley yesterday. Neil Bell was there.
The reaction of the thousands of Gills supporters at the final whistle was a delirious mixture of joy, relief and sheer nervous tension. For supporters starved of success in recent seasons, this was a very special day.
Ah, it's brilliant, what a game. 89th minute, thought he was going to go in a penalty shootout.
Just lost for words, really. It's brilliant.
Brilliant. Amazing. You've never seen anything like it. And for a last minute like that, it reminded me of the old Jeff First goal years ago, where we didn't know if he crossed the line or not.
Oh, it was quality, it was all kicking.
Come on, Gills, come on!
I just went mental.
An absorbing game looked certain to go into extra time before top scorer Simeon Jackson angled a firm header towards goal. And despite the efforts of a defender, the post and the keeper, it was enough to seal a famous and well-deserved victory.
How long am I
Off the shoulder and into the roof of the net.
I can't explain it. It's just incredible. It's just, you know, if you could play on it, that's the way to do it. But, you know, if I knew that at the start of the game, we didn't score the last minute, I wouldn't have been so tense for 89 minutes of it, really.
For many of a predominantly young Gillingham team, this was something they have dreamed of doing all their lives.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Obviously, I came here to play games, which I've done, and get the club promoted, and help the club promoted, which I've done, and yeah, I'm overwhelmed and just really happy about it.
An epic season which began 51 weeks ago could not have ended in a more glorious finale. Neil Bell, BBC South East Today, Wembley.
South has ground to a halt with bank holiday traffic this weekend. Gillingham in Kent has been happy to come to a standstill today. The town's been celebrating its football club's win at Wembley, with thousands of fans lining the streets as the players were paraded around on an open-topped bus. Our sports correspondent Paul Belveston was also on board.
Oh, it's brilliant. All the fans and that, it's great that they've all made it down today, and I hope they're still celebrating. I hope they have a good day like we're going to.
35,000 Gills fans went to Wembley to see their side win over the weekend. Many were at Rochester Castle today to celebrate being back in League One.
It's been a long season, right result, and I'm here to celebrate with the rest of the fans on our promotion.
To finish it off like that in the last 5 seconds of the game, just couldn't believe it. I still can't get over it now.
Simeon Jackson's injury time goal was enough to beat Shrewsbury on Saturday and earn the Gills promotion into the third tier of English football after the disappointment of being relegated last season. The journey from the castle to the stadium normally takes less than 10 minutes. This afternoon it took more than an hour, with every stretch of pavement filled with celebrating supporters.
Fans have come out in their thousands, and the lads are in good spirits, and the weather stayed dry, and it's just a wonderful weekend. You know, if you can capture all this, you can live off this, because this is what winning's about, really.
Last couple of days have been great. Everyone's been really happy, and it's just great to see smiles on the face at Gillingham again.
Ever had a high like this before?
Nah, honestly, I was talking to my wife about it earlier. I can't explain how good it was. This feeling after we won the game was incredible. Never had anything like that. Hopefully there's plenty more of those to come.
Fantastic for the support we've got from the local people. It's been absolutely brilliant. The last couple of days have been amazing, and we now look forward to Division 1, hopefully.
Yeah, if we survive this bus.
It's been an incredible few days for everyone connected with the football club, but by this afternoon it was all too much for some. Paul Belveston in Gillingham for Meridian News.
Good evening. Thousands of Gillingham supporters have lined the streets of the Medway towns to mark the team's return to League One. The Gills beat Shrewsbury Town in the League Two playoff final at Wembley on Saturday. Our sports reporter Neil Bell joined the players on the open-top bus tour.
Right on the top next to you, right at the top.
The last few days must have raced by for the Gills players, but for a couple of hours today, they were able to relax and celebrate Saturday's stunning victory.
Loads of people have turned out. It's just wonderful, really, and the boys are in good spirits, and this is what it's all about. They've done their work, and now it's right for the crowd to appreciate them, and absolutely top class. It's so exciting. Makes it all worthwhile, really.
Very few of the Gills players had ever experienced anything quite like today before.
Great. It's an amazing feeling. Yeah, really good experience. Like all the fans coming out, been great support over the last couple of weeks and the whole season. So yeah, it's been a really sort of good vibe around the club now, and I think we can push on.
Today's reception was something few professional sportsmen ever get to experience, and it's one none of them will ever forget. Neil Bell, BBC South East Today, Gillingham.
Well, for the players, today was about saying thank you to the fans. Simon Jones joined some of them at Rochester Castle.
After all the nail-biting, today for the fans, the relief and the realisation their team is going up.
We were there at Wembley, saw the goal, we supported them all year, we're all season ticket holders. It's just an exciting day. Brilliant.
Fans of all ages were out in force, this canoe even sporting the Gills colours. Everyone talking about that game.
Amazing, great game. Best game ever. Always. Yeah, all the way. Great. Yeah, and we scored. There's an upside to it. So yeah, we're really happy.
We are going up, we are going up.
And the fans now hope they'll be singing the same tune at the end of next season. Simon Jones, BBC South East Today, Rochester.
Stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories in dead skin on trial. What is worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable. time of your life. But in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.